Modern conventional farming operates like a mining operation. Every harvest extracts value from the topsoil, requiring increasingly expensive synthetic fertilizers to compensate for the degraded, lifeless dirt left behind. Without a living root system to hold it together, the structural integrity of the earth collapses. It crumbles into dust and blows away in the wind, taking the field's natural fertility with it. We have relied on this extraction-based model for decades. By relentlessly tilling the ground and forcing maximum yield from single crops, the standard approach works in direct opposition to the natural ecosystem surrounding it. There is a practical alternative. To rebuild the soil and restore profit margins, producers are transitioning to a 5-step regenerative agriculture roadmap. The shift away from pure extraction was championed by researchers like Robert Rodale. He argued that simply sustaining a degraded system was insufficient, and that agriculture should actively heal and improve the land with every season. This transition is a calculated business strategy. By rebuilding the soil's natural mechanics, producers drastically cut their reliance on expensive chemical inputs, positioning themselves to capture premium prices in high-margin agricultural markets. Step 1 is establishing your baseline. Before altering any operational practices, you have to test the current state of your soil to know exactly what you are working with. This diagnostic report shows your starting 0 point. You need to capture the exact organic matter percentage, measure the water infiltration rates, and quantify the active microbial life currently surviving in the dirt. Step 2 is halting the damage. This means systematically phasing out deep mechanical tillage and the heavy application of synthetic chemicals. You cannot cut synthetic inputs to zero overnight. If you stop cold turkey before the soil microbiome has recovered its natural nutrient cycling abilities, you will experience a severe drop in crop yield. To reduce mechanical destruction, producers utilize no-till seed drills. These machines slice a narrow trench and plant seeds directly into the leftover residue of the previous crop, leaving the delicate underground fungal networks intact. You have to stop tearing the ecosystem apart before it can put itself back together. Eliminating mechanical and chemical disturbance is the mandatory prerequisite for any biological recovery. Step 3 is armoring the soil and diversifying the system. The golden rule here is simple: the ground should never be left bare. To achieve this, you plant cover crops during the traditional off-season. This ensures that living roots remain anchored in the ground 365 days a year. This animated diagram shows the biological mechanism at work. The continuous root systems pull atmospheric carbon down into the earth, exuding it as sugars to feed the dense subterranean microbial networks. The results of this armoring are highly measurable. Fields with continuous cover experience significantly less water runoff during heavy rains, and the dense plant canopy naturally suppresses the growth of competitive weeds. Over time, you rotate a wide diversity of crops across these armored fields. By alternating plant families, you prevent the depletion of specific soil nutrients and successfully replicate the biodiversity of a natural ecosystem at a commercial scale. By maintaining continuous living roots and diverse rotations, the farm transitions from a degrading liability into a self-feeding, carbon-capturing engine. Step 4 is integrating livestock back into the landscape using holistic rotational grazing. Animals process cover crops and grasses, depositing nutrient-dense manure directly onto the field. At the same time, their hooves trample the remaining excess plant matter into the dirt, turning it into rapidly decomposing compost. When you keep livestock tightly packed and moving rapidly across pasture, you perfectly mimic the behavior of ancient wild herds. This intensive, short-duration grazing naturally accelerates the breakdown of organic matter. Adding animals to the rotation closes the biological nutrient loop. The livestock supply the necessary nitrogen and phosphorus directly, eliminating the need to purchase synthetic fertilizers. Step 5 is measuring your outcomes and securing certification. Modern regenerative agriculture is defined by empirical, data-backed results. Scaling this model requires hard evidence of the ecological impact you are making on the land. To prove your impact, you use the Ecological Outcome Verification Protocol, or EOV. EOV is a monitoring protocol that measures tangible indicators like soil carbon and water infiltration to verify land regeneration. This dashboard tracks empirical metrics. You must demonstrate clear upward trends in soil health, biodiversity, and water retention. Crossing these baselines earns elite certifications like Regenerative, Land to Market, and Regenerative Organic Certified, unlocking direct sales to major food brands. The verification process transforms your ecological improvements into a tangible financial asset, granting you direct access to premium, high-margin markets. That is the complete blueprint: baselining, reducing disturbance, planting cover, grazing, and verifying outcomes. The conventional model is highly vulnerable to droughts and input shortages. The regenerative system creates a deeply resilient ecosystem that absorbs heavy rainfall and produces demonstrably more nutrient-dense food. You don't have to convert thousands of acres on day one. By stirring small on a single test acre, you allow the natural biological systems to recover at their own pace, without risking the immediate profitability of your entire operation. As you begin the transition, connect with established mentor networks like the Savory Global Network or the Rodale Institute. These organizations provide the technical support needed to see these systems operating successfully in the real world. Rebuilding your soil takes time and discipline. Executing this transition secures the long-term economic survival and true operational independence of the modern farmer.